Okay, I said in the online class that I'd put in a short video on some warm-up exercises. So this is the first one. This is just loosening up. So it's looking at loosening up the joint. So we'll start the upper body and then work to the lower body. Okay, I won't go through the whole sequence. I won't spend a lot of time on each one just going through it, but I'll talk through it and demonstrate how each one should be done properly. Okay, so as usual, start with feet about shoulder width apart. Not sure how to get in shoulder width apart? Start with your feet together, turn both feet out 45 degrees, turn your heels out so your feet are parallel. Your knees should be relaxed, so you don't want them locked. Should be relaxed. It's up to you how low you want to go. You really shouldn't go with your knees past your toes. Find a place which is comfortable for you. Your hips should be level, so you don't want that kind of move or hips tilted forward or back. You want to be neutral. So the flat plate here, the base of the spine, should be pointing at the floor and pointing at the floor dead between the heels. Your shoulders should line up with the hips. So one of the common problems is people have anterior tilt in their pelvis and they tend to lean back. Even if the pelvis is right, some people lean back, and quite often it's the case that you're leaning back, your ribs are sticking out here, so you want to think about dropping your ribs as if they're pointing towards the back of your pelvis. So that brings you back into straight. The head should feel like you've got a cord coming out of the centre line, so over the top of the ears, the line through the centre, and wherever you meet, if that's pulling up straight, straight up the back of the neck here. Pull the chin in slightly. You don't want to get rid of the curves, so you don't want a dead flat back, but you want to have the spine extended. Okay, and that's standard throughout all Taichi, all warm-ups, all Qigongs. So from there, we're just going to start off with shoulder arms. So we're going to just take our arms up to shoulder height, keeping the wrists relaxed, and then just let them drop. Okay, so it's a nice relaxed movement. So things you want to avoid are take them up here and lowering them, or take them up here, throwing them down. So it should just be up, let the muscles go. It's all about letting go at this point. You're only adding muscles when we swing. My hands swing back to about here before I have to add muscle to bring them back up. So just keep your elbows and wrists nice and relaxed. Second move, again, working on shoulders and arms. It's going to be swinging one in front, one behind. So you're actually twisting the spine, slightly twisting the hips a little bit at this. Just giving that movement of the arms again, using power to lift, but just letting them drop back on their own. So it should feel quite heavy as they drop. And then the next one is we're going to swing both ways. So forward and back. So arms are just going forwards and back, wrists relaxed. What we're going to do, we're going to turn the hips. So the hands are pointing at 45 degrees. So this at the moment, the shoulders are staying in line with the hips. Okay. The hips are turning, but the knees, so you're not turning the knees like this. All you should be doing is turning here. The next one, the opposite, we're going to keep the hips still, but we're going to use the shoulders. I haven't got a lot of room here. Normally you stretch your arms right out, but I'm touching the walls on both sides. Have your elbows relaxed. And all you can do is turn your shoulders really. So keeping the hips facing forward. Just let the arms relax. So you should, quite often it feels like you're turning the hips the opposite direction of your shoulders. Okay. So that's loosening up the lower back, and it's just to relax. So going on to the lower body, most of the areas we're focusing on is the quads, so on the hip joints. So we can start off holding the ball, so it's a bit of a silk reeling as well. So I'm going to go weight onto my right leg, and all I'm going to do is pivot on my right hip, turning on my left heel. Things you want to avoid is as you turn, the tendency is you want to go as far as you can, so you'll let that right knee twist around. You want to keep it back. Okay, The idea what you're working on is opening up this joint here. From there I'm going to change my hands, bring my foot back. Now I change my weight and turn on the other foot. So really the main focus of movement is on the hip, on the fixed leg. Okay, and making sure the knees doesn't turn. If you feel your weight on the supporting leg go onto the inside of the foot, you know your knees turning. So from here, that's as far as I can turn. Now my knees, my weight's going inside my foot as my knee turns. Makes me think I can turn further, but it's not working on this hip. Okay, continuing on from that one, your hands just drop to your side. Same movement here, but we're going to turn on the toe. So you're working both hips now. So you're opening up both quads at the same time. The hands are just relaxed. You're doing it with a bit of force, and the hands will spin as well. And then you end up back in the shoulder width stance. Okay, hope that helps you with a warm up. I'll put the second set of warm ups on straight after this. Thank you.